Hello, welcome to this very random video that I thought of literally yesterday, but I was like, this might be a bit fun. Let's ignore my voice because I just woke up and it sounds a bit scratchy. I'm wearing a hat because my hair is disgusting and no one needs to see that, and I also want to start wearing hats, so like this is the start of it. But I had this idea like a couple months ago that I'd do like the Who Knows Me Better with two of my best friends, Lakin and Jaden. And we haven't gotten around to it yet because Jaden's currently in Canada at her sister's wedding and Lakin's currently in isolation with COVID because she just came back from Melbourne. So I was like, what if I do the same questions but like I answer it and then see if they retain any of the information, and then I'll do it with them. So here we go. I have it on my iPad because filming on my phone. So yeah, alright, there's 25 questions, but some of them have like several parts. Not several, like a couple parts. Like the first one has like 3 parts, but I'll also probably like add random information to some of them for like context, because without Lakin and Jaden they probably make absolutely zero sense. So let's start. Also the questions aren't like fully written out questions, they're like the main words of what the question would be. So if I have no idea what's going on, it's because I don't know what I've tried to write here. But first one says my birthday is the 11th of January 2002. And it says, was I born early, late, or on time? I was born 8 days late. Sorry, Mum. And my star sign, so I am a Capricorn. All-time favourite show, Criminal Minds, lovely. Spencer Reid, love of my life. Oh. Favourite Netflix show is Outer Banks. Oh, John B, JJ, lovely. But a close second is Stranger Things. I'm currently rewatching Stranger Things actually, so. Oh, some context for this one. Me, Lakin and Jaden, we're like One Direction stands, Harry Styles stands. Oh, I should rip out my hair, that freaking hurt. Like that's like one of our things that we, yeah. We're actually going to Harry Styles concert next year, so this one is my favorite One Direction song is Stockholm Syndrome. Oh, can never skip it ever. My favorite food, oh, I think this is actually written twice. My favorite food is cheese. I love cheese. Oh, and it says allergies. This is kind of a trick question because I'm actually not a trick question. Calm down, please. I'm actually not allergic to anything, which is how freaking good. My worst subject at school was 100% English. You can probably tell I can't even speak English properly, so like trying to actually like write shit for it, absolutely could not. In like grade 5 I was actually in like this special like English class for like the dumb kids, which is really funny because when I went into grade 8 we started, it was for my school, it was called like the master class, and it was the top 30 kids of the grade and I was in that. Don't know how, because I was like known as being like not the smartest, but I was somehow in that. It made a few people mad because they were like, I should have been in that instead of you, and I was like, fuck you, I'm in it instead. But yeah, absolutely could not do English. Left-handed, right-handed, or ambidextrous? I'm actually ambidextrous. Like I wear my watch on my right, I cut food with my left, I write with my, sorry, I just got a low battery notification. I write with my right hand though. I can't really think of the other things. Yeah, like there's so many things that I actually can't do with my right hand and I have to do it with my left. Like I literally can't cut food with my right hand. It's a joke. People see me and I'm like cutting with my left and they're like, what are you doing? And I look at them cutting with their right and I just can't imagine. I'm like, how are you doing that? I can kind of write with my left hand though, but I do like write with my right hand, but like literally like anything else basically, left hand. Can't do it. This one's a bit of a funky one. I don't think that I put the right word in here, but it says most prominent anxiety tick. I do have mad anxiety, so. But it's, this is like a multiple choice one. It says cheek biting, leg jiggling, or playing with my nails. I actually do all of these. But I like jiggle my leg and it really annoys me. Whoa. These are a bit morbid, these two. Next one's also multiple choice. It says biggest fear, the dark, elevators, or spiders. And I'm terrified of the dark. I'm not scared of elevators or spiders, but like that's not my biggest fear ever. That's just like in the three, that's what I'm actually scared of. Anyways, favorite YouTubers, Stoning Isle Triplets, 100% love them. I would sell my soul to meet them. Just saying. Celebrity crush. Oh, Matthew Gay Goober. Hello, Miss Girl. This one's really morbid too. Says, what age did I not think I would live to? What was I thinking when I wrote this? 18. When I was little, I always thought like I would never actually become an adult. Don't know why. I always thought something could happen to me before I turned 18. So yeah, that's fun. What age I moved to Queensland? It was the month before I turned 6. So I'm actually from Western Australia. From the middle of the desert, moved straight to the beach. And me and my sister didn't want to move from WA. We were like, no, like we can't move. And then we moved here. And I don't know how we ever lived in the desert because we are such like beach babies. My parents are from a beach town, so. Next one is, more context. Me, Jaden Lakin's other thing is like Mamma Mia. Like we've gone to see a Mamma Mia musical twice now. And we went on a Mamma Mia little riverboat cruise and we did that twice as well. So like Mamma Mia is like kind of our thing as well. Like favorite Mamma Mia song is 100% Give me a man after midnight. Yeah. Next one is, do I believe in ghosts? And yes, I do. I don't know, I believe in random shit like that, so do with that what you will, but I believe in ghosts, and I always have. What's going on here? Anyways. Next one literally just says broken bones. So I've actually broken my toe. I broke my ring toe on my right foot when I was 8. I accidentally kicked a door frame. And my mum didn't believe me that my toe was actually hurting. So she was like, yeah, go to school. And I had to walk to school. So I hobbled my way to school, spent all day at school crying because my toe was in pain, hobbled my way back home. Mum was like, is your toe still sore? And I was like, yes. So my dad took me to the doctor and she was like, yeah, it's broken. And I was like, that's fun. And I don't know if this counts as broken bone, but I actually cracked my head open when I was 2. I do have can you see it? I have a big scar there. I used to get called Harry Potter a lot when I was little because I had the forehead scar. I've never seen Harry Potter, so I was like, I was running into my room when I was little and I tripped over the little divider bit that separates the tiles and the carpet. I tripped over that and I just slammed my head into my bed head. I had a wooden bed head and just rocked my shit on that, and I cracked I think it was my whole forehead, and my mum said there was just blood everywhere. Somehow didn't knock myself out. I was fully conscious for the whole thing. And so mum had to roll me on into hospital, and I didn't get stitches or it glued together or anything. They just put a big old bandage on it, and I think she just sealed herself up. So I don't know why the scar's over here and not the center. But yeah, so I done that. That's always a fun topic because people always bring up my scar. And when I was younger, when it was really noticeable, everyone used to be like, did you know you have a scar on your head? I'm like, no, shocker. I haven't had it majority of my life at all. I've never looked in the mirror, actually. Thank you for informing me. I'll go ask my mum about that right now. Of course I freaking know I have a giant ass scar on my head. I do love my scar though. I freaking love her. Mum used to always be like, put this oil on it so it fades, and I I'd be like, yeah, and I wouldn't put it on. Because I'm like, how freaking sick, big ass scar on my head. But when I get really cold, my scar turns blue. Like, you know how your lips turn blue? My scar turns blue. So that's a bit fun. This is food I could live off forever. I don't really know what the answer is to this. Because I would say cheese, but I've already said that. So, I don't know. Next one is, it says, what if I could have a superpower, what would it be? 100% flying. I've always wanted to just be able to fly. When I was little, like, I'd get, like, palm tree leaves and, like, try and fly. Oh, my life would be complete if I could just, yeah. Or my second one would be, like, invisibility. That would be sick. I would love that. Next one is thoughts on sleeping with socks. Yes. I love socks. Sleeping with socks on, lovely. Oh, best thing in my life. Freaking love it. You can't change my mind. Oh, this one was another little trick question. It says, birthmark and where? I don't actually have a birthmark. I have a little mark on my back that looks like it would be a birthmark. But I've not had that my whole life, so I think I got it when I was like 10. I don't really know what it is. It's just like a little bit of like darker skin. It's like this tiny little line. And everyone's like, oh my god, is that your birthmark? And I'm like, no. And they're like, what is that? I'm like, I have no freaking clue. They're like, how's it not a birthmark? I'm like, I got it when I was like 10, I think. So there's that. Oh, next one is biggest pet peeve. When people walk slow. Oh, we have places to be. Let's get there on time, thank you. Oh, I cannot stand people who walk slow. Also, if you speak slow, if your one sentence turns into a whole freaking paragraph, I don't want to hear about it. Get out. I have zero patience. I'm like let's go. The next one is concussions and how. So I've actually had 2 concussions. Yeah. First one was I was on my school ski trip and we were sitting in like our hallway, because we weren't allowed in each other's rooms. And we were just sitting there and someone tickled me, and I'm so freaking ticklish. Like I've never met anyone more ticklish than me. And they tickled me, and so like I laughed and I threw my head back into the freaking brick wall, and I was like, and I couldn't see anyone, and I freaked out. I was like, what's going on? And then my vision like slowly came back, and everyone's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. So that was fun. And then I had to go to sleep like 10 minutes later, and I was like, you know when you go to sleep after you had a concussion? So yeah, and then the next morning I threw up. And all my teachers was like, are you alright? And I was like, no. And then went skiing, so yeah, that was fun. And then the other one was, I was at the tavern, and I was sitting on like this little stool, and I was leaning up against a big ass metal pole. And I was a little bit inebriated. And someone said something really funny, and like I just threw my head back again, smacked my head into this metal pole, blacked out for a couple of seconds, and like when I was like, whoa, what's going on? One of the boys came over and just started going like this to me. It was like giving me a little head massage, and I was like, not bad. I think that's the only times I've given myself a concussion. Oh, next one says onions. I freaking hate onions. I don't think there's a food more that I hate than onions. If onions are in a meal, I will pick them out. I'm a child. I will be picking shit out like that. And also, it's not written here, but I thought it was, tomatoes. I hate tomatoes. They are very close second. I will pick the tomatoes out as well. Onions, tomatoes, if you give me something with it in there and expect me to eat it, you're absolutely wrong. I will be picking that shit out or not eating it. I am an absolute child. I'm the pickiest eater I've ever met in my freaking life. This is the last one. I thought there was more. I rolled on through these real quick. This one says one word to describe me. So I was like, this would be really interesting to see what Lake and Jaden say. But my one is 100% chaotic. I'm so all over the place all the time, speak really fast, always singing. I speak in accents all the time for absolutely zero reason. I'm always doing this. Like, I can't just speak without my hands. I've tried. Because mum got really annoyed at me one day because I'm always just doing this. She was like, speak without your hands. And I was like, okay. And words just weren't coming out. And I was like, hello. So yeah, I'm just a really chaotic person, I would say. Oh, and to add to that, I am also very, very, very freaking clumsy. You wouldn't think so because, like, I'm a short person. You know how, like, tall people, like, lanky gals are always, like, really clumsy? No. Me, as my whole 5'2", so freaking clumsy. I'm always just walking into shit, hitting stuff. Like, I nearly broke my toe the other day because I accidentally kicked my bedside table. Like, I have zero spatial awareness. At work, I'm always just walking into people. And they're like, are you alright? And I'm like, yeah, sorry. Like, I've just fully walked into, like, closed doors and just walls and shit. I'm always just like, oh. One thing I always do is hit my freaking hips on the bench or the, like, table or something. Oh, my feet are going numb. And I always walk into, like, the machines at gym that have, like, little things that poke out of them. I've had a big ass bruise, like, here. It was, like, this big because I just walked into something. I was like, hello? But yeah, that was everything. Wow, I rolled on through that really quickly. So, Lake and Jaden, better retain some of this information because these are the same questions I want to ask you. Because I originally wrote these for Lay and Jay, but we've just never had the opportunity to actually get around to this. And because I went to Melbourne, then Jaden went to Canada, she's still there. Lakin went to Melbourne, she's back in isolation. Jaden comes back in like 3 or 4 weeks, so I don't know. But yeah, hope you enjoyed my little hat situation. I loved it. A bit interesting, that was a bit funky fresh, but yeah. Thanks for being here. What? Alright, bye.